I'm a Google product manager, and today I want to walk you through the difference between product managers, program managers, and project managers. What's going on, everybody? My name is Alex. Welcome to another video. If you're new to this channel, you want to learn about product management, finance, startups, and how to get into the top tech companies, make sure you subscribe, hit the bell so you don't miss anything. Today, we're going to go through the most common roles and titles in the tech world: product manager, program manager, and project manager, and talk about what the differences and the similarities are between each. If you're just thinking of getting into tech or getting into one of these fields, product management, program manager, project management, it's definitely important to understand the differences between each so that you don't make a mistake and apply to the wrong position with the wrong skill set or with the wrong interests. First, let's take the role of product manager. Product manager is a role that has been gaining in popularity in the last 10, 20 years. And is very prevalent in the tech space. Think of the product manager as the business leader of a particular product or company. The product manager is ultimately responsible for the product's success or failure. I've got another video talking about specifically what the product manager role is. Make sure to check it out here if you're interested. Product manager generally thinks about what the user's problems are, comes up with solutions for those questions together with the team, makes decisions, again, together with the team collaboratively, weighs trade-offs, considers different alternatives, and ultimately helps make the decision for which direction the product should go. Product manager also evaluates metrics, sets goals for the product, and sets the overall roadmap and direction for the product. The product manager is the business leader and mini CEO of each product. Product managers do work collaboratively with the team. A lot of the times they don't have direct influence on the other team members like engineers, designers, analysts, program manager, project managers, but they're usually the cross-functional leader. And so if you're interested in creating solutions to user problems, making difficult decisions, bringing order into chaos, making sense out of things that don't make sense, and ultimately making decisions and driving product and being the responsible party for a product's ultimate success or failure, then product management may be for you. A project manager is generally responsible for a particular plan of action. There may be different parties involved, there may be different groups and individuals involved, different assets that have to be created, different milestones that need to be delivered, and the project manager is responsible for the successful completion of that project. That means bring the necessary parties together to do what is necessary to deliver the project on time, on budget, on specification. A plan is usually created for the project manager or is given to the project manager in sufficient detail to allow the project manager to finalize that plan of actions, break it down into key components, key critical workflows, and ensure that everybody's operating at the right capacity, everybody has exactly what they need to proceed, all the blockers are anticipated and removed in advance, and ultimately project is delivered. That is what the project manager's responsibility is. Now here's the key distinction. A project manager is responsible for delivering on this project, and if they deliver it on time, on budget, and on specifications, then they've done a great job and they have been successful. However, did that project even need to be done? Was it solving a problem that a user actually had? Is it going to be financially successful? Is it going to bring utility or satisfaction to the users? Ultimately, that is not the project manager's responsibility. On any cross-functional team, of course, the project manager will give their opinion, but ultimately it's the product manager that is responsible for making sure that the project that is being built is the right one for the user, for the situation, for the company, given all the other conditions and requirements. The next role we're looking at is the program manager. The program manager is a little bit of an overlap between the project manager and the product manager. The program manager usually comes in to companies where there is a great deal of organizational complexity. There are a lot of people involved, a lot of departments involved, a lot of disparate roles, a lot of executives and leads and folks that are required for sign-off, for approvals, or for reviews. Program managers need to make sure that the appropriate reviews happen at the appropriate times, the right stakeholders are brought in at the right times. Program managers understand the organization and can help both the product managers and the cross-functional team make meaningful progress towards actually getting a project approved. Program manager is responsible to make sure that everybody has the right information, that everybody's collaborating, and their responsibility is closer to the product manager, which is the overall success of the product. And the program manager's strengths are to be highly organized, to understand the organization, and to be able to drive the product towards approvals and ultimate success. A program manager is not ultimately responsible directly if the product fails at the basic level of not being an appropriate solution to the user problem, or not being financially viable, or failing for any other reason. But as a big piece of the cross-functional team, the program manager certainly has a lot of influence and can help make decisions. Program managers are also the organizational glue. They make sure that agendas are present at meetings, that everybody knows what they are responsible for and delivers that action items, AIs, are followed up on and resolved, that the right presentation decks are created and contributed to by the entire cross-functional team within the deadlines in order to inform the leadership team. So program managers are somewhere between project managers and product managers. Ultimately also want the product to succeed and each project to succeed, not necessarily fully responsible for its success or failure, but deeply interwoven into all of the processes, both on the project side and on the product side, especially with approval and alignment pre-development. Now that you understand the difference, I recommend you go through some job descriptions, as lots of different companies will also call different roles different names. Sometimes at Amazon might have different names for titles as Facebook or Google or Twitter, but the majority of companies will call product managers and project managers. Sometimes at some companies, program managers act as product managers. There's also another aspect of it, which is the technical and non-technical. Technical is usually product manager, program manager, or project manager that actually has a technical background, can review systems and optimize those systems and interact with engineers in a meaningful manner. Non-technical versions of all of those roles generally don't have that background. Maybe they don't have the computer science education, maybe they don't have the experience of working necessarily in a technical field, but the functions that they're responsible for are largely the same. So I recommend you look through job descriptions and see what you're interested in, what you like based on the work that is being described. Take the information that you just learned about the subtle differences and the not so subtle differences and look through those job descriptions and see what actually draws you, what you're interested in. If you have an interest in business and in being responsible for the overall product and success of the company, product management may be for you, making tough decisions. If you like the organizational complexity of driving a project to successful approval and completion from an organizational perspective in terms of bringing lots of different groups together and helping them make incremental progress on getting these approvals or getting the project ultimately launched, and you enjoy the process of organizing yourself and others, then program management may be interesting for you. And finally, if you like breaking a task into subtasks and identifying deliverables and setting up workflows, and you enjoy working with a specific set of processes and tracking progress as you go and making incremental progress on actually building something or delivering some sort of project, then project management might be interesting to you. So if you like the video, make sure to smash the like button. It really helps promote the video and the channel. And if you want to know more about product management, finance, and how to get into the top tech companies, make sure to subscribe and hit the bell so you don't miss anything. Thanks very much. I'll see you next time.